Hey guys, part of the road noise, but we're here with you today doing a vlog tour of the Scottsdale Ranch area over here in Scottsdale.
So Scottsdale Ranch is a master plan community in the Scottsdale area, obviously. It's located right off the 101 freeway and Shea Boulevard. Now, there's about 4,000 or so homes within Scottsdale Ranch, and there's about 41 different smaller little communities. So there's condos, there's apartments, there's single family homes, and then there's even some large luxury homes. And this is one of the few lake communities within Scottsdale. So we're gonna take a look at some of those lakefront properties and a little bit about what's around in Scottsdale Ranch.
Yep, and the centerpiece that I think of the Scottsdale Ranch area is Scottsdale Ranch Park. It's a massive, beautiful park that we have right here. Tennis courts, pickleball courts, baseball fields, green grass area, walking areas, and you can go right over to the lake. Just stay tuned, we're gonna show you some of that stuff right now. Guys, as you can see right here behind me, this is the tennis center over here at Scottsdale Ranch Park, because they do have a ton of tennis courts and some pickleball courts.
Yeah, they do lessons here. So through the city of Scottsdale, you can sign up for lessons. They have a lot of tennis leagues. So if you're into tennis or pickleball or really any rackets sports, they have it all here at Scottsdale Ranch Park.
All right, so we're in another section here of the Scottsdale Ranch Park. As you can see right behind, they do have volleyball courts, a number of them. Looks like 6 different ones right over here. So if you are into volleyball, excellent spot for you to do that.
And again, they do have the leagues. So if you're into volleyball, they do have the sand volleyball leagues that play out of here.
Yep, and then also right behind them, it might be difficult to see, but there's some basketball courts over there for some pickup leagues and stuff like that. Kind of have every different sport. You can see they also have covered patio areas here with grills, so you can come out here for a nice grill cookout or something like that. You got your public bathrooms and water fountain right there. I'm going to show you the playground here in just a second.
So as you can see, there's a lot of different ramadas here, and a lot of people will, you can reserve these. So if you want to have a private party, you can do that. So there's tons of them up here. They've got the grills. They've got them down along in different sections of the park. So a lot of people have their kids' birthday parties out here, or after the volleyball, they'll have a little bit of a party out here. So a lot of great things to do. And yep, look at this amazing kid place here. So if you got littles, it's a perfect place for them. There's several different areas. There's swing sets and slides.
Got some swing sets and more slides over there. You can see we got the massive green field park area, and it goes way back over there. It's going to be tough to see just how far back it actually goes. And there's tons of walking and biking paths along through here too. If you look closely, we have a little drainage area, and right to the left is one of the biking tracks and / walking tracks that goes all the way through. And it goes all the way up around over here as well. Then right back over there behind the baseball field is going to be one of the lakes here that Scottsdale Ranch is famous for. It's one of the few lakefront properties or communities over here in the Scottsdale area.
Yeah, so for the kids here, they've got the baseball fields. They do also have soccer, so if the kids are younger, they can play soccer out here. But this guy started on these baseball fields here, everything from t-ball all the way up to
through Little League,
and majors, and our
even some travel ball in middle school and high school we played out over here. Because these fields, they do have some smaller fields, and then this one here on the corner is a bigger one. This one's got a slightly more professional, and there's actually 2 more on the other side as well. So Little League is huge over here, and the varied size means you have all different levels going through, which makes it a lot of fun, and plus it's just a beautiful area to be.
So I guess you can see why Scottsdale Ranch Park is kind of the core or the center of Scottsdale Ranch. But you know what? Let's go take a look at the rest of the ranch. So when it comes to housing in Scottsdale Ranch, there's a lot of different options for you. One of them is a condo. And this is a typical condo complex in Scottsdale Ranch Park. This one is called Morningside. This was a condo conversion, and there's a lot of these projects here in the ranch. So these are going to be, most of them are 2 levels. They do have some what they call casita units, which those are the single level units in these complexes. So these are, for the most part, 2 bedrooms. There's a few 1 bedrooms and even a couple of 3 bedroom units. You can see across the street there's another condo complex. So these are, options for people that maybe are looking for a second home. There's a lot of second home owners that live in Scottsdale Ranch. Young professionals like this area. They like the lock and leave opportunities that this type of condo living offers them. Like I said, there's several different complexes like this. None of them have garages, so they do have covered parking, as you can see. And all of them are going to have a private pool, so there's going to be a homeowners association. So great option for you if you are looking for, like I said, a second home, or maybe a first home. This would be, like I said, a good option for you. So when it comes to shopping at Scottsdale Ranch, there's lots of options. Right in the middle of Scottsdale Ranch, right across the street from the park area, is what's called the Mercado. So this is the shopping center that's right in the middle of Scottsdale Ranch itself. Right adjacent to Scottsdale Ranch, there's going to be tons of other options. So here we've got Planet Fitness, we've got several restaurants, you've got a Walgreens, there was a dance studio, there's a dentist office. So, not a lot of things, but just kind of enough to, be able to help you out if you're, want to run for a quick, visit. So you've got that ice cream place, you've got the chiropractor, martial arts place, but plenty of other shopping right around it. This just is the one that happens to be right in the middle of Scottsdale Ranch Park. Now Goldie's, that sports bar right there, is if you're a football fan or actually any kind of a sports person, that's a great place to go and catch a game. They have great food. We've got a Mexican cantina that has wonderful food as well. Well, that's the Mercado at Scottsdale Ranch Park. I mentioned that there are several different communities within Scottsdale Ranch. This is called the Bay Club. So in that area, those homes are right across from the lake, so a lot of them are lakefront properties. They're going to be smaller, like patio homes and things like that. So if that's the style of home that you're looking for, that might be a good option for you. And of course, across the street, we have some more condos, and then we move into the different communities where they are single-family homes. So you can see the streets are all nice and wide. They've got bike lanes, nice sidewalks. So if you want to go for a nice walk in the evening, it's a very safe place to walk. So this is a typical Scottsdale Ranch home. Most of these homes were built in the early to mid 80s. So these homes in here are about 1984, 85. A lot of them have been updated since they were originally purchased. You can see most of them have a 3-car garage. They're going to have tile roofs. A lot, kind of a mixture between 2-level homes and single-level homes. And so this is just one of the, 41 communities within Scottsdale Ranch Park. Again, if you're looking for a single-family home, plenty of options in this community for that. So these homes here, you can't really tell from here because we're on the street level. We might be able to catch a glimpse of it, but all of these homes back to the lake. So if you are looking for a lakefront home, in Scottsdale, this would be one of the communities that you would want to look at. So again, most of these homes are fairly large, going to be custom homes. I would say, most of them are probably 2,500 to up to 5,000 square feet. Again, a lot of them have been updated in the last several years, so people will go in, and if it's an older home, they'll totally update it. A lot of these homes here, to get on the lake, you're talking well over $1 million for these homes. And right here is the Scottsdale Ranch Community Center. So you can have meetings in this place. You can, if you wanted to have a wedding reception or something like that, that's an option here. Kind of the cool thing about this is it is, as you can see, right on the lake. So it's a great place. They do have pontoon boats that you can rent. There's fishing here. I know when my kids were little, this is kind of where they learned how to fish. They do stock the lake here. Let's go take a little look around.
Guys, we're inside of the community center now. As you can see, it's got a bunch of tables for events and other things of that nature. You've got a nice big TV up here also presenting, wonderful fireplace. And then you even have a kitchen area up over here. So you can cook and do other things like that. I believe you can rent out the space
You
too.
can, yep, you can rent out the space, and you can have the space catered, obviously, but you know, plenty of room to be able to host a party if you don't want to do it in your home.
Exactly. And then the wonderful thing is you have this lovely patio out here, which is all nice waterfront. Walk down these steps right here, and you get right to the dock that's right here. You can even, if you live in the community and have a boat, you can even pull the boat up right here to the dock, come into the community center, or just come out here to enjoy the nice weather.
Now this lake, and all the lakes here in Scottsdale, they're electric motor only. So it's not like you can have a go fast boat or anything like that here.
No, and plus these lakes, even though it's waterfront and they are lakes, they are quite small. So you wouldn't really want a go fast boat anyway, because no real place to use it or anything. But it is just lovely out here with this view we have right behind us into the water. There's not a whole lot of places in the Scottsdale area where you can be right here on the waterfront. So this right here is one of the shopping centers in the Shea Corridor. As you can see, you have a bunch of different stuff going through. Jewelry stores, we got a spa, there's fast food located in here.
And there's George and Sons Asian Cuisine. They have some really good honey walnut shrimp. Honey walnut shrimp.
Yep, you got Pizza Hut, you got a nice little fitness place right there. Up here to the left is a brand new fast food joint that I have never heard of before, actually. It's called Delight. Let me know down below if you guys have ever heard of a Delight before, but I haven't. But you have your Ace Hardware here. You got a hair salon place. Just to the left up here we have a Chase Bank. We have a Subway. Another jeweler store. You have your dry cleaner right up here straight ahead. Got Over Easy, some nice breakfast place for you right here. And then just across the street to the left, there's also an Albertsons with a couple other shops and another dry cleaner right there. We got By the Bucket, which is a spaghetti place. Got a Taco Bell right up to the left. Dentist office.
If you like Persian cuisine, this place right here, it's called Pars, is really good.
Got a pet center, tailoring, barbershop.
And
Spinato's.
Spinato's Pizza is wonderful pizza if you're into our New York style pizza.
And then you even have a preschool and then a Filiberto's right off to the left. Right here are an example of some of the condos around in the Shea Corridor area. There's a bunch of small little communities with condos around, similar to this down the Shea Corridor.
And across the street is one of my favorite restaurants, Vicino's Italian. And then they just opened up next door Dos Familias. It's a Mexican place. I haven't been there yet, but it's owned by the same family that owns this one. And you know, it's a really good, moderately priced Italian food. So this is Anasazi. This is the elementary school in the area. I don't know if you can see the sign up there, but it says it's an A+, and it's been an A+ rated school for 4 years. So that's one of the top designations for schools in the Scottsdale area. And you can tell this one hugs up against the McDowell Mountains.
Hey guys, welcome to the map section of today's video on Scottsdale Ranch. So outlined here in the middle of your screen is going to be Scottsdale Ranch and all the different communities that make up Scottsdale Ranch. As you can see, the heart of it is going to be the lakes on the north side, just below Shea Road there, or on the south side. And its borders really are 96th Street on the west, and then 108th Street or so on the east. Now, to give you an idea of exactly where this is in relation to the valley, it's going to be on the east side of the valley, just east of the 101, right next to Shea Road. So this means it is nice and convenient for you to get to the 101 highway if you're going north or south or anywhere in between. Over to downtown and Sky Harbor Airport, you're going to be looking at anywhere from, depending on traffic, 15 minutes on the low end to about 30 minutes or so if there is a decent bit of traffic. So still not too bad and pretty quick getting there. Likewise, if you're trying to get over to Mesa, you have a couple options of either going down the 101 or to East Mesa. You can actually go down Shea to the 87. Although for most areas that you're trying to get to Mesa, the 101 is going to be quicker. Sometimes a day, if there's a lot of traffic, you might want to go the 87 just to avoid it. Might not save you too much time, but sometimes it's much less stressful to not have to deal with traffic or anything. Let's zoom in back in. Let's go to the satellite view here. So Scottsdale Ranch, it has the lakes, which is one of the few lakefront property options in the Scottsdale area. And then as you can also see right in the heart of it is Scottsdale Ranch Park. Now, looking at the satellite view, you can see how many tennis courts they have. Tennis is a big thing over at Scottsdale Ranch. They do have clinics, leagues, lessons, kind of everything there for you to want to get in and play. There's also the sand volleyball courts. There's the basketball courts. And as you can see, there are the baseball fields as well. There are 4 main baseball fields there at Scottsdale Ranch. It's right above it to the north is going to be Laguna Elementary School. And then there's also the Boys and Girls Club Center right on the northeast corner of the park. And then you have the Senior Center right on the east edge of the park. So you got kind of everything you're looking for right here in and around the park. And if you want to, you can go up right along here on the center of your screen, which is going to be the north end of the park, and you can get right to the lake if you want. You can do some fishing and other stuff there, or just relax out by the water, which is always nice to do. And then as you can see through here, there's tons of biking paths all throughout here. The park is quite large and extensive. Lots of parking options available for you too. And then the shopping is going to be right next to the park as well. As you can see right here, I'm doing a drive-through of the park area. There's all the different options and amenities for you right here, and then all kinds of different housing options, from apartments to condos and townhouses to single-family homes to larger custom homes. The more expensive homes are going to be the ones right here on the water, as they are waterfront and usually a little bit bigger as well. But there are also waterfront apartment living right here too, if that's something that you're interested in. And then just on the other side of the border of the Scottsdale Ranch, where you have the massive shopping centers over here at Shea in the 101. Most of the shopping there is going to be on the south end, but there is still a decent bit on the north end there. A couple different complexes throughout. You have the first complex right off right before 96 with Ling and Louie's here, as well as First Watch, and then Urban Italian. Then you have the Sprouts Market shopping center next to it. There's also right close to you is going to be Honor Health Shea. Nice large hospital that accommodates just about every type of thing you could imagine a hospital would. And then you have the other large shopping center, which has everything from Home Depot, Office Max, Fry's. So if shopping being close by is a priority for you, Scottsdale Ranch has it right in the community itself, and then further options right next to it. Plus, it's pretty centrally located. It is a bit over on the eastern side, as I mentioned before, giving you a little bit more quiet than being right in the heart of the city, but you are still in close proximity to everything that you would want to go to. Then the border on the southern side is going to be the Salt River, Pima, Maricopa Indian community. And that just about covers the map section here of the Scottsdale Ranch vlog. you.